Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how to fix door lock module, especially electric portion, on Volkswagen, Skoda, Audi, Seat in just 6 simple steps. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. So, here we have a door lock module for the passenger door. The long cable is from the inside door handle. So when you pull that cable, you open the door from inside. If you pull that short cable, that is from the exterior door handle, and there is a slot where the door lock cylinder goes in. The slot has to be in the vertical position when you mount the door lock module back on the door. So when you put the key in the door lock cylinder, that activates the door lock module and open and unlock and lock the door. So there is the long cable, the cable from the inside door handle, and there is a linkage connection or manual knob that comes up and down when the door is locked or unlocked. So when you shut the door and you lock the door, that linkage connection is down. So let's try. Let's close the door. Okay. And then when we pull that short cable, the exterior door handle, the door lock module is open. It will open. So let's try again. We close the door, and now we lock the door. And then when we want to pull that exterior door handle, it doesn't unlock. So when we unlock the door and then pull that short cable, the door will unlock. To separate the electronic portion from the mechanical portion, we have to remove those two screws. But first we have to remove that spring using a flat blade screwdriver. So use a flat blade screwdriver to remove that spring. Just pull it out. Then use a T20 Torx to remove that screw. Then use a T10 Torx to remove the screw from the top. Then you can see there's a clip on the left side and on the right side. So you have to use a flat blade screwdriver to unclip those two clips. and then pull that lever and hold it in your hand, the mechanical portion. Hold it in your hand and pull that lever and separate the mechanical portion from the electric portion. And you have to remove those 6 screws using a T10 Torx from the electrical. Remove the cap and take the circuit board out. You have to, in this position, you have to remove the cap and take the circuit board out. Now you can see that there are 4 microswitches inside, and the other one from the mechanical portion. So one of them is activated when you move up and down that white slide. So when you lock the door, the switch is off, and when the door is unlocked, the switch is activated and put a signal on the door lock module that the door is unlocked. So when you install the electronic portion, that 2 parts connect each other. When you lock or unlock the door, you activate or deactivate the switch. So if you can see that white arm, it's pulling down or up that white slide. Let's see. There is 2 microswitches, and when you put your key in the lock cylinder and turn the key, this is gonna turn and it will activate one of that switch. Put a signal on the door lock module that the door is unlocked or locked. So when you use your key to open the door, one of the switches are activated, and then the other one. Then take all the parts out. Remove that white slide and then remove that part. And then remove the circuit board, but you have to use a flat blade screwdriver to do that. So you just have to pull it out from the electronic portion. So you can take it out with electric motor and then separate the electric motor from the circuit board. Don't lose that plastic ring. Be careful with it. And check if the electric motor is fully functional. So the main reason why door lock modules isn't working is due to the poor soldering of the contacts between the pins on the lock module's electrical harness connector and the printed circuit board in the lock module. The soldered joints that connects the leads in the harness to the printed circuits from the microswitches tend to crack over time, resulting in either an intermittent or no connection. To fix it, you just have to use a low wattage soldering iron and some solder, and you need to remelt the solder joints to reestablish the connection and then add a small amount of solder to beef up the connection. After you feed the circuit board, you can put all the parts back in the electronic portion. So install the electric motor. And then mount that circuit board on the electronic portion. Then put that white slide. Then put that white part back. Be sure that two parts indicated by those yellow arrows get connected when you assemble the electronic portion. you can rotate that part to assemble the parts. So try it to see if the electronic portion is working. Then put those 6 bolts back. Then be sure that 2 parts indicated by those yellow arrows get connected when you assemble the door lock module. You have to pull that lever to install correctly those 2 parts from the door lock module. Be sure that you connect the electronic portion to the mechanical portion with those 2 clamps from the side. And then put those 2 screws back. And then install the microswitch back on the mechanical portion. And then put that part back. Don't forget to put that spring back. Use a flat blade screwdriver to install the spring correctly. You can install the long cable back on the door lock module. If you have any suggestions about new tutorials, let us know in the comment section.